But what was interesting to me is these women were written about. They, we grew up as you were just supposed to be in the paper when you were born, married, and died, but they were in the papers. People wrote about them. One of them, a woman who wrote about herself, calling herself a belle of the 50s, it was a popular memoir, was Virginia Clay, who was married to an Alabama senator, and then he became a Confederate officer. And after he died, she became a huge suffragist and went around, on suffrage platforms and stood on platforms with Horace Greeley, the wife of William Lloyd Garrison. He was her husband who fought bitterly before the war, and there she was with them, with a cause of the vote, but also of reconciliation. And another one of the Southern women, Sarah Pryor, whose husband was a Confederate general, and then he went to New York. He actually ended up on the New York Supreme Court. But she was a writer, a very well-received writer, but she created a variety of social service organizations, mainly raising money. She raised enough money after the Galveston flood, where 6,000 people died, to build an orphanage because so many children died. But she was, again, she reached back and worked with Elizabeth Clare Reed, who stayed loyal to create the Daughters of the American Revolution, to reach back in time to a place where the country was united. So they were trying to bring everybody back together after the horrors of the war. And they were using the tools that they had developed in the course of the war, and the strength and the confidence that they had developed in the course of the war to do that. And that was really true for women around the country. Clara Barton, on a Memorial Day address in the 1880s, and by the way, Memorial Day, Sarah Pryor created it, was part of that. But she said, woman was at least 50 years in advance of the normal position which continued peace would have afforded. So the war really made a difference, and I was able to find that difference and to have the great joy of meeting these women who were just fabulous, and I know you'll love them too. So thank you for letting me share them with you, and I'll be